Sup nerds, I'm Tom.
I'm Wes.
And I'm Aaron.
And we're taking a look at... This isn't a board game, this is a toy. You're damn right it is.
So if you really are sitting there going, why is a board game review channel looking at a toy? All I can say is hashtag Tom Vassell did it first.
Let's just be honest though. Board games are toys too. They're just a different form of toy. Mm-hmm. Like you get a kid a present, it's get a toy, and here's a little board game, here's a puzzle. They're all kind of the same category. And any dexterity game really isn't that far from this. You know, and you can make a game out of it. You can be like, first one to build it.
Lego, if you want to send us stuff to review, I won't complain.
This is definitely itches that scratch of Legos, because I still play with Legos sometimes. But
scratches that itch?
Yeah, scratches that itch. What do you, itches that scratch?
Itches, yeah. Is that the word? No, but it definitely fills that void of, like, almost a board game, but it's definitely, like, something you're just playing with and having fun and having an experience of, like, let's see what we can make. Let's make a roller coaster for these marbles.
It's also funny that you use the term void when referencing Legos. Have you seen your collection? There's no void that need be filled there.
I made the mistake the other day. I was organizing my garage, and I pulled out my Lego bin, and Emily, my wife, happened to walk out, and she looked at it and said, "There's no way I'm ever buying my kid Legos now." And I'm like, no! These are mine. Jason needs his own.
Now, on the Lego subject, opening this up, I felt it was going to be more Lego-ish than it actually was. So the very first time we were trying to build one, we kind of like didn't know where to start, and we
almost tried not to do the rule, like the guide at all.
And we were kind of having trouble with it because these things need to be a certain distance away. There's not a whole lot of wiggle room. You can put it, one up and then another, but then eventually there's like two or three. Yeah, there's not a lot of range room. So we had to build one initially and try it out. And then what we just did, like this one here, is there's one from the rulebook that we built, and then we tried to modify it. We added more stuff, we moved stuff around, but there was an awful lot of trial and error in doing that. We got to be like, we'll put this here. Well, that's not going to have enough. That's enough force to go through the loop,
It is a cool, like, physics lesson. Like, teaching kids, force is important. Gravitrax, because it's using gravity. You're fighting against gravity to move these marbles. So, okay, to move it this much, you need this much height, drop, Pythagorean theorem.
Nope. I do think that was their intention, though.
Yeah.
Was for them to... This is a little bit older, 8 to 99. So if a 99-year-old's like, how does gravity work?
Yeah. I mean, but it even says in the box, experience the power of gravity. Like,
Can we experience really quick?
Yeah.
Aaron, guide us through experiencing it.
You jump. That's gravity.
I know.
I feel like I'm experiencing it.
Oh, man.
Whoa, loop! Oh, blue one!
We got so close. We got it so good.
We did. It probably wasn't
that's the fun.
Interesting for you to watch from all the way over there.
But I hope your reaction, like you watching us react to it, was just as good as us watching it happen.
Right. My only complaint is I wanted it to be a little bit more like Legos and easier to free build. But that's about it. This is so much fun.
And I do feel like the more we've played with it, like, the better we can get with that. Like, again, we added, like, before it ended, like, here. So we added in a loop. We added in the hammer. We added here. We added a whole other level. And
we added these. We expanded it.
So I feel like the more you play with it, the more you can potentially get to the point. But you're not going to, I'm just going to build and see what happens. You have to be very strategic and, okay, so here's where it ends, and kind of build your way backwards on how to get there, and then back to the start again.
The only problem is, if you're wondering what comes in this starter set, to be honest, we don't really know, because we kind of opened up everything all at once and mixed it all together.
Yeah, so what we have here is definitely a little bigger than just the base game. We have a couple different expansions. We have this just expansion track, which adds all these things.
Yeah, more pieces to make it go higher, a couple more turns, a lot more of these sticks and marbles.
We've got the expansion building, which gives you another base plate, more building stuff, the actual cardboard things on the bottom, and a lot of these little drop-de-doos and stuff.
The hammer!
Oh, the hammer's awesome.
Gotta drop it.
What is this called? Cannon!
And there's a cannon in the base box, but you need
one cannon.
One cannon? That's crazy.
And the best one of all, the loop.
The loop-de-loop. That one came
Loop-de-loop.
today. That's why we're really excited about it.
It is hard, though. You need a lot of force behind it. It needs to be cannon and the loop right next to each other.
Yeah.
Learn from our mistakes.
So, like, with this, you can build quite a bit. But imagine if you had, like, 5 sets of everything. You could cover your entire living room with the coolest Gravitrax ever.
Tube City, you owe me.
And I do think that, like, if you're able to, instead of buying these 2, again, Tom Vasel did say this, but, like, buying 2 of the base game is going to be better. Mm-hmm. Like, there's no reason you can't, like, just buy 10 copies of the base game.
Well, because you won't get the loop.
Or the hammer.
You get 1 hammer each time.
No,
no.
Cannon each
Cannon
time.
each
You don't
time.
get the hammer. So buy like 10 of the base game, a hammer, and a loop, and then you'll be good to go.
Speaking of which, we're going to have all of these in the description box down below. You can go buy a whole bunch because absolutely Neverboard Gaming recommends that you give up saying, I only play board games and start playing with more toys.
And while you're down there checking out all those sweet, sweet links, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you'll never be bored.
You're damn right it is. No! Ruin it! Ruin everything.